When the dust settles on another awesome battle, we join the Roboteers for a chat about what's new in the bots, take a look back at the highs and the lows from each battle, and look ahead at what comes next. So join myself, Steve and David as we head back to the pits. Prepare your top armor, the world's mightiest crusher robot is back in the BattleBots this season. Quantum returns for World Championship VII. The fearsome Fangs have already seen off 2 competitors with 2 amazing wins. But how do you design such an awesome robot? What goes into generative design to create the mighty bitey from old Blighty, Quantum? We're in the pits with the Quantum team. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy rebuild and stuff to take a chance to talk to us. It's, I think, the first time we've actually spoken to you in person, considering you've been with the sport back from when it came back in 2016 for Robot Wars, and I think you were also involved with a couple of BattleBots things as well around that time as well. But yeah,
we've been in this sport since we left school, really, and right from the featherweight stages and sort of gradually just building up and going where naturally feels right. So we first sort of entered the heavyweight scene a bit. That was more Grant working with Beta, and then we built the Spectre, which was our first competition robot as a family, myself and Grant and our father. That was our first opportunity to build a heavyweight robot to go and take it to a competition. Obviously, it was amazing to be involved with Robot Wars, so that's like a bucket list thing for us personally. But it always meant that we couldn't take part in it, and that was always like that last little itch that needed scratching.
So can you tell us about any of the changes for this year?
Yeah, we've been out of the game for 3 years now, and everyone else here has been carrying on and improved significantly. So we've got a lot of changes we wanted to make on the hydraulic system, a full redesign, but we thought we'd come back first and see how everything played out before we make the really big changes. So for now we've concentrated on reliability and just general performance improvements of the machine, and massively on the external, the armour, the head, the self-righter, to try and improve the strength of it and also save weight. So we've really got another level on the generative design side of things. So we've been utilising all the new improvements in Fusion 360 to really eke every gram out of the head and the self-righter as we can.
That's awesome. It is always one of the cleanest looking robots. Obviously, all the natural curves and everything for weight saving. It's definitely the nicest way it's been done in any robot around the world, I think. So, and I'm really liking the new sort of raptorish hairs on the back of its head and everywhere.
Yeah, so when we design and produce our robots, it's always very much a performance-based thing of how do we make this head as strong as possible and can take impacts and be as light as possible. And that's why you generally, these forms, and not to make it look beautiful, but it's to copy the bones in our body.
Yeah.
Like if an I-beam that was holding this roof up was the strongest natural shape, then we'd all have I-beams in our bones. So it's a bone structure to give us the performance that we need to take the weight out of the machine, that we need to try and make a hydraulic robot competitive. And this year we've just added some extra little details. So the front muzzle of the machine is a lot chunkier this year. It's actually slightly slimmed down and a lot chunkier to take those impacts. But then we've added some like little nodules just to help give it a bit more character. And these are like quills that are like pre-feather sort of things that so Quantum's a dead machine, so that's why it's very much a skull feature.
Yeah.
And the quills you would find in like a fossilized piece of stone, so it sort of continues that thing. We don't want it to become a living creature, if that makes sense.
That's
and
cool.
Then you've got the rib cage on the back, so that's a combination of sculpture and generative to give us that rib cage and the spinal cord that goes down the back of the machine. But it's very much functional because it's a triangular shape that gives us that rigidity that enables the self-righting to work as well.
Yeah. So the Coopers are robot paleontologists, archaeologists, what have you.
Yeah, that's it. You've had a couple of really good fights so far, 2 solid wins. Without sort of spoiling too much what we've got to come as yet, are you excited for the upcoming fights? Are you nervous about any particularly?
I think I'm always excited just to see the machine move, aren't you, Graham?
Yeah, the thing is, last year we came and we did okay. We didn't do as well as we hoped. The freak flipping upside down by Tombstone, but we didn't really get to show what the machine was capable of, and I think those first 2 fights have shown sort of the power and control that we have, and we're just hoping that we can carry that through to the next fights as well.
Yeah. Awesome. We're going to let you carry on because we know you're fighting later on today. Best of luck with that, and thank you so much for taking time out of your day to talk to us.
Thank you very much, and thanks for doing all the podcasts and stuff. It's great work.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you once again to James and Grant Cooper for taking the time out of their day to record with us, and we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, do subscribe to the channel if you are new, and we shall see you again for more Back to the Pits. Until then, bye bye.